How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the Pixelated Thoughts Podcast. Everyone's here. It is the new year. We have been on hiatus for a little bit because holidays, schedules can't match up, all that stuff. But we are going to finally talk about Arcane Season 2, which I think it won like best adaptation for Game of the Year. I can't remember.
Yeah, something like that. I know it won an award.
I think it's up for the Golden Globes too, maybe for like best animation. So I think I went back and watched like our the podcast about how we talked about Arcane. I think everything that we said kind of held up. I did say that Mel survived and did kill that explosion at the end of season 1 did kill practically everyone except for Mel, Jace, and we learned during the season why Mel survived. She got a little bit of that magic in her. I thought that it would be really hard to top the animation quality in from season 1 because it was just fantastic. I was fucking wrong. The animation
they killed it.
The animation in season 2 is absolutely nuts. I think my only issue, and I think Brad, you and I talked about this, a little bit too sped up it felt, right? Near the end. Like just things just kept going snappy. And then it just it really, it's kind of weird to have a show have all that build up for season 1, building up all these storylines, and then just have a second season where it just kind of just almost neatly wraps up every thread it laid out. But Chex, I know you like this show because we talked about it. What are your thoughts on season 2? What do you remember? It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks, maybe a month now. No, I really enjoyed it. I thought the art in it was awesome. I mean, there were many scenes where the cinematics were just fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, with the music too. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I have no complaints about this one.
Yeah, near perfect. All right, Brad, what about you? And don't do any logic drops yet. We'll get into that after we ask how everyone thought about the show.
I don't know if I really paid attention that much this time around. So I said with the first season that it started sad and it got sadder. Season 2 started sad and got even more sad than season 1 did. There was very little roller coaster. It was just a plummet of sadness and kept getting sadder.
I mean, there's one episode that I thought was a roller coaster, and that was episode 7 with Echo in the future world and Jace being out in the void and stuff. But we'll get into that.
Yeah, my man Echo. I think he got done the worst in the show, but we can talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
It was fantastic. It's still probably my favorite animation style.
Oh yeah,
it's just so well done. This season just added a lot more color. There was a lot more bright color.
I feel like they also
themes to it.
Kind of pushed harder in some of the action too.
Yeah,
I felt like in season 1 there was some hesitation to kind of show off big set pieces, but this one was let's just throw a bunch of shit hold back at all. Yeah. So
maybe it's because it was the last season, quote unquote. Let's go out.
Yeah, I think with new animation techniques, you're probably really hesitant to kind of showcase what you can do.
That's true.
I think Arcane took the first season took 4 or 5 years.
Oh shit, really?
To develop, yeah. And it's crazy because I think Riot actually paid for everything. I think they actually operated at a loss because they didn't push this out to another studio or something like that, or they it's pretty much self-published. So instead of going through another animation studio or something like that, they did this all by themselves. So they were Netflix. It was $250 million to do both seasons, which is insane. I wonder if they're going to continue to do that moving forward. Chibi, what'd you think?
I really liked it. Kind of like fucking Brad said. It was I expected sad, and then I got sadder, and I cried. But honestly, was not disappointed. I thought the art, again, how we said, didn't think it could get any better, and it did. I enjoyed a lot of the fighting scenes a lot. I thought those were really well done. And then there was I feel like I enjoyed the season a little bit more. In my opinion, there was more moments where I was damn, this is good, if that makes sense. And we'll kind of you said no.
No.
Oh, I was I'm sorry.
Someone's at the door.
Oh, you're good. But there was a lot more scenes where I was like, I like this a lot. Where it was kind of I was struggling for like my favorite part, if that makes sense. So, chibi approval. Can you mute it if you're talking?
Yeah, he's muted.
Am I? All right, we're back.
Yeah.
All right,
There we
cool.
go.
Dude, he was just showing up at the door.
You're like, stop.
I think the one thing that I really enjoyed was that like we finally got more about Echo, right?
Yeah.
He kind of took front and center, and then we got a little bit more about Jace and stuff like that too, which I was like, I felt like Jace came off. I was always wondering because I was watching like League of Legends and I was like looking at the characters. And I'm like, man, Jace looks really cool in like his his design. I'm like, he looks like a dork. Right, with his little weird mustache. And then when he came back from the void, I was really impressed by like the entire animation style, the violence of everything. And Brad is right. Yeah, the whole thing was like you're just gonna be sad, and then it's gonna continue to be sad the entire time.
Dude, and you know how I am with those, but
Well,
I mean, it still was really enjoyable.
Even the moment of like reprieve, which was like episode 7, was sad in nature because it's like this is the world that V had to die in, but everyone's fucking happy, dude. Like everyone's okay and alive.
It's a good world, yeah.
So for Echo, he gets to see a future that he doesn't get to live.
Right.
And
No,
it's
100%.
that just gets that he gets to see it and then it gets ripped away from him.
I mean
like that's the worst.
Was it Milo, Clagger, and Benzo are alive, right? The kids are alive. Vandy and
everybody.
Silka are alive. Jinx and Echo are in a relationship and shit like that.
That was cute.
It's like and what was so I love that episode because episode 7 was my favorite episode because it pretty much went from like we're happy as shit and Heimerdinger's singing this really good song and then Jace is like in hell struggling.
Yeah, he's literally in hell.
And there's that funny meme. It's like, dude, like someone's like, it's like with Jinx and Echo. It's like, oh, who doesn't love the rain? It's like they're trying to drown me in this hoe. I cannot see. And that was basically like Jace the entire time. Dude gets like, walks through, right? And then he like falls down an entire like little crevice into this pit, breaks his leg, right? Has to eat a bunch of bugs while Echo's like enjoying having drinks and dinner and stuff like that.
Like, this is the life.
Yeah, I thought that was probably the best episode of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that, like the way they introduced a bunch of stuff too, like with Mel and the Black Rose, that shit was cool. I thought that was amazing the way they like shot over and was like, yeah, that's not your brother. You're very, you're very intuitive. I was like, holy shit, this is dark, man. What did your mom do?
Ambussy.
Yeah. What was everyone's favorite scene?
I don't know. It's the part where they did the slow motion where the little girl took the gun and then slid underneath. And then shoot the big guy.
Oh, where she shot Vander and shit like that?
Yeah.
What was her name, dude? I can't remember.
I forgot her name.
Is that the one?
No, what was it? I remember that scene. People were like, "Oh, the entire." It was so funny. Was everyone's like, "Oh, she lived." I was like, "No, she died, bro." Isha.
I did say Isha.
Yeah, you're right, Isha. Where she was like sitting there and it's like Jinx's adoptive daughter, essentially.
Yeah.
And then like she overloads the pistol and then fires. I was like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah.
The entire like social media was like, she's alive. She's got to be. I was like, nah, dude, that's like a small nuclear explosive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's gone, brother. It's all right. Jack, do you have that was your favorite? Brad, do you have one?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the girl's name.
I know it was the redhead.
Yeah, dude. When she got shot in the head, dude, that was the funniest thing. I laughed out loud when that happened. She's like, I did enjoy your warmth or whatever. So she goes to pull the trigger and it goes and like blows her head off. And I was like, I didn't expect that to happen. That was just not something. And I physically laughed. I was like, that's what you deserve. You deserve that so much.
Dude, everyone was so. It was really funny when they built that up when they showed. Her name's Maddie, but when they showed her like sleeping with Kate, and everyone's like, I remember the people were like, this fucking whore. I was like,
I remember seeing shit about that before watching it, and I was like, no, don't tell me.
Yeah, when that was really funny because like, I mean, she's like sitting there. And when she pulled the gun up, I was like, oh shit, she's gonna die. And then I was like, oh, where's Mel? And then the shield pops up and hits her. I was like, oh. And then on the shoulder, that was so well animated, by the way. What was really cool, if you guys watched it, if you slow down the frames and stuff like that, it showcases like when she fires, like her smile, when she's like, well, no, like Maddie's smile to kill her and stuff like that, like her true intent. So when he shot and hit her in the head, I was like, oh shit. And then you just linger over the body. That's how brutal this season was, by the way. It just like lingered over her body for a second from the headshot. But everyone I knew was cheering. People were like, let me replay that again. And I was like, I just wanted to replay it because of how fucking cool it looked.
Yeah.
Like, and then Mel just pops out in her little fucking, her new black armor and stuff like that. Which, by the way, the animators did, like, that woman is hot. Mel is, they made her gorgeous, dude. That was crazy, man.
Yeah.
I was shocked the whole time. I was like, Jace? That bum?
You're like, that guy?
Chibi, what was your favorite scene?
I think I have like two. I really enjoyed the scene with I think we already mentioned this one where it was with like Echo and Jinx, like in the alternate like universe. That one
When Heimerdinger blew up?
What the
and they kept repeating it.
And then I liked the part where like you initially learned that Warwick is Vander.
Yeah.
I liked that a lot.
That was
it was one of those things I kind of knew, but I was like, oh man, like
that was
so cool. Yeah.
That was a really good setup. Yeah. I think we should talk about though, how did everyone feel about Silco winning? Or Singe, I'm sorry, Singe winning. Singe being the ultimate winner of Arcane is the greatest thing.
No repercussion whatsoever for this. He gets his daughter back.
Let me tell you something. All you have to do, right, apparently in this universe, is commit war crimes, commit to committing war crimes, not regret shit, and just keep pushing. That was amazing, because I was like, so he's going to get killed, right? Mbessa is going to turn around and kill him. Dude, I mean, because I had a great scene. They're like, why do you do what you do? He's like, why does any man do what he does, like, for love? Right? And he shows it. I was like, oh, wow. And I'm like, this motherfucker's going to make it out.
You're like, that's not a death sequence.
Ultimate bad guy moment. Him just, like, sitting there happy while, like, everyone's mourning the deaths of, like, their families. Which was brutal, by the way, in the last fight. When they were, like, introducing characters, like, you're dead.
Yeah.
We need characters with faces, right? That you can attach yourselves to so that they can get killed, like, in, like, random ways, get shot through the neck or something.
Yeah, I was actually kind of sad that guy died.
Loris?
I was expecting something cool to happen with him. He was just like,
the big dude.
Oh yeah, he was like that. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like you see it in war films and stuff like that sometimes, where it's like you have a character, you know what he looks like. He doesn't necessarily play like a big part in the story, but he has like one emotional moment, right?
Yeah.
He's like there conversing with V, trying to get her, out of the fucking slums and shit like that, and then he just randomly gets shot in the neck, and I'm like, what? That's it? We're gonna let this little fucking random nerd be the hero here? That's bullshit, bro. But yeah, no, I thought that was. I remember talking to you about that, Brad. You're like, man, he got done so dirty. What the hell, man?
Yeah, I was like, he didn't even die cool. He just died.
Yeah, I think the other really cool scene that was when Echo was trying to talk Jinx out of killing herself, and he just kept like fucking pulling the damn thing every time. Also, man, good timing by him, by the way, because like he got blown up. Right, multiple times, saved her from jumping and shit like that. It felt like as I was watching the scene, like she was like figuring it out slowly. Like that's why he's getting injured, was because he was going back and forth in time. But I just assumed it was just like, a point and click adventure. Like what dialogue can I say for you not to fucking murder me, lady?
He was save scumming. That's what he was doing.
He was save scumming. Dude, that was the wrong thing. No, yeah, this was like it was crazy how like one season had so many like really peak moments, because I feel like when you watch season one comparatively, it's like everything's just kind of building up, and then you get like certain really big moments, and then it's like dialogue and everyone's talking, setting things up. Here it's like, yeah, you guys want to see Jace like return from fucking seeing the Arcane? You want to see how he reacts to shit, right? Old boy's just walking by. He's like, I have to leave now, and he hits him with the fucking hammer. I was like, oh shit. I can't let you leave. I was like, yeah, I bet, dude. I thought he was like gonna knock him down or something and interrogate him more. He just straight up killed his ass, dude. That also had a lot of controversy, by the way. Like, all of social media was like, fuck Jace, bro. Like, why would you kill this guy? I'm like, dude, he saw the monsters, man. Did you guys like the way Netflix was releasing it?
How did they do it? Because I watched it
I don't know. I binged it.
I think I told Jack it was like every act was like a week.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Which I was fine. I think it did enough to generate conversations, right?
Yeah.
Putting you on cliffhangers.
I think it just depends what type of watch style you like. I've never been one where I'm like, oh, I'll watch it weekly. You know, I'm a binger. I like it all at once just because I need to know. So I could imagine like watching this like and being like, oh my God, what happens? I have to wait another week and I'd be so frustrated.
Yeah. Yeah, that would frustrate me too.
Brad said
no. You liked it, bro?
I can wait. I mean, I watched it all. I literally watched it in like 2 days. So
this guy.
Oh my gosh.
I was late to the party, but I don't mind it. But, you know, I'm also used to old school TV where you have to like wait every
That's very true.
episode at 7:00 on prime time.
This isn't old school TV though, bro.
Old school TV's over with, brother.
Yeah, it's gone.
With the times.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Was there anything? So, you know, let's kind of talk about the last episode for a bit because it wrapped up so much stuff, and you know, we had Jason, Victor, right, meet each other in the Arcane holding hands and stuff like that. My favorite thing was watching people be like, they're gay, and I'm like, and it was so funny because they were like, dude, no, they're not a thing. It's like, can you guys know what brotherly love is? Like, what is wrong with people now that we're shipping them? They died in each other's arms. Are they gone for good? Are Victor and Jace gone?
Like, I hope so.
Yes. I mean, it would make sense, right? After like everything that happened, like Victor's turn into, you know, that fucking monster, which I loved, by the way. His intro. What was it? Was it the last episode? It was, right, when they show like his full form, the glorious evolution. That was amazing, right? With his little fucking. I was like, well, Jace is dead. I was like, there's no way Jace. Like, I feel like Jace also got lucky a lot, right? He got, when they found him, when Victor sent out one of his little minions or whatever to meet with him, like, and then somehow I was like, the guy's gonna break his neck right there, and then Victor like they had just enough of a distraction to have Victor like get the save. I'm like, dude, Victor, he has some really good moments, but he was like, I was like, or Jace had some really good moments, but I'm like, Jace was about to die a lot. That's because he just kept getting like fucking caught. Do we think? Brad said no. Do you guys think both of them are gone for good?
I don't think so.
You think they'll show up in another series?
Yeah,
I think maybe just the way that I don't know. I just feel like they're such big characters. It'd be kind of crazy.
Well, I think the plan was for this to be 2 seasons, right? For them to show Piltover and stuff like that, and then it was going to completely ship off to another
something
area.
else. Yeah.
But apparently,
which, I think is cool.
But apparently, when they're like this got 2 seasons, and then apparently the other stuff is like 1 season spinoffs. So I wonder how that's going to work.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll see? Do you think Jinx is dead? I'm going to ask this question easily. Do you think Jinx is dead, Chibi?
I don't know. It's kind of the same idea. It's like I'd be really surprised if they killed her off, but I mean, like
So I'll give you. I mean, hold on. Yeah. Jack, do you think Jinx is dead? Yes.
I hope so.
Jesus Christ.
Brad thinks everyone's dead. Brad, what are you talking about? Echo and Jinx can like fucking, you know. That, by the way, that's a deleted whole thing of them like painting each other. If you didn't notice, like their color schemes on, like that's both Jinx and Echo. It's like they actually painted each other and stuff like that. So they like, people were upset. They're like, why did you delete this? How come we couldn't see Jinx and Echo happy in this world? Like, what the fuck? But
it's too much happiness.
No, so if you slow it down, and people did this a lot. They were like, did Jinx die? If you slow it down, there is a shimmer that shoots out to the left to one of the vents and stuff like that. And then like when they're falling down with the Vander for that explosion, just before it happens, there's a shimmer for Jinx, and it just kind of shoots to one of the vents, like how she's been like, you know, because when you watch her fight, she like essentially teleports basically, right? But just super speed. So there's that. And then there's the airship riding off, which is a throwback to the first episode of season 1, where Jinx states, "I'm going to fly off in one of those one day," and that is essentially what that was. So, yeah. So basically,
that's a good detail.
Yeah,
I didn't even
and
notice that.
I think the actual producers of the show, right, stated that like they were like maybe, and I'm like you're going they're going to like 2 to 3 places where like Jinx actually has some influence as she knows characters, so it makes sense for that. But it also makes you kind of sad because when you watch that final scene with Echo and he's like, burning that piece of paper, that more than likely he wrote her name down. But he should have wrote Heimerdinger's name down, like, because did we just forget about my boy?
My favorite character.
The dude explodes and we just forget about him, dude. And I'm like, what the fuck just happened, man?
Where's the justice?
He already lived enough lives, so
damn. All right.
Yeah.
Well, apparently, like they're like, I don't know, like League of Legends lore says like they're immortal or something, or when they die they go back to whatever universe or wherever the place they're actually from or something, which is a cheat code, I guess. So like we did Heimerdinger, who like quietly like started shit, was like, I'm out.
Bye. I'll be back.
Goodbye, Jace, my boy. I'm sorry I left you in the void to die. Let's get out of here with the Hexgate. You know who didn't get a lot of like talking screen time was Sevica, who used to be Silco's right hand.
Sevica.
Right? I don't know why. Like she like so I like the fact that she ended up being on the council and stuff like that, right? But I also felt like she was kind of not used as much throughout the season, which was weird, right? I feel like that was kind of a rush thing near the end. But I feel like you get to the end of season 1, and every character is kind of like wrapped up neatly, right? We're not going to see Kate and V again. I highly doubt it. And if we do, it'll probably be like some random cameo or throwback. I'm assuming Mel's going to play. Mel has to play a bigger role in the future, because I think one of the areas they're exploring has like directly her family's influence and stuff like that. And it's going to be really, I mean, you can't introduce this character, showcase her badass powers in one episode, right?
No.
Have her create shields to kill that redheaded bitch. And then, help kill her mom. Which, by the way, that scene was fantastic. The entire fight scene between like Mbessa, Kate, and Mel. Because let's be honest, if Mbessa was doing a one-on-one with Kate, she fucking massacres her. That woman is a monster on the back.
Bro, dude, Mbessa and TFT is insane too.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
That was I love that entire scene. She just gets super excited because like if you think about it, when they first released Warwick, right? I think it killed like her guard, but she survived. Mm-hmm. So you're like, what is this woman? She's like 7 foot, right? Like built bigger than like most bodybuilders. Comes in, gets sniped, right? Blocks that fucking sniper attack. That was really cool looking. Like it's just like the whole setup with her. And then she gets killed by the Black Rose. And we're like, that's kind of like a Deus Ex, Machina moment. We're like, oh, she gets saved by randomly. We can't see her take out Kate's eye, which I also did not expect, because she's that's not her character design in League, right? She has both eyes. Yeah. So good. I was trying to think outside of like the rush pace of it. I'm trying to think of like an actual flaw for this show, and I don't.
It was too sad.
It was a lot. There was a lot of flaws.
Give me the flaws, Brad. Put you on the spot.
Brad.
You want to be
hear him? Let's hear him.
He said all right.
There's too many women's.
They did Echo wrong. That was number 1.
That was one.
Not enough fan service.
Not enough fan service. Actually, there was a lot of fan service, dude.
There was a lot.
Did you not see?
I remember the jail scene.
Did you not see V go under? Did you see V not go under the bridge? You know what I mean?
I hate you so much.
You know what I mean? She had to go visit the underworld for a bit.
Brother.
I'm trying to remember. I remember there was one logic break thing that just didn't make sense to me, and it was at the very end when Echo had the device and he was going to like help Jace or whatever. He's trying to get Jace. I'm trying to remember what it was. I'm blanking on.
So that was when Jace they were at the top of the building, right? And they were, I think it was like top of the Hex Tech, and they were fighting. And then Jace pretty much at the point, he was at that one area where, he had found his body, right? With the hammer, and he had given up. And then Echo was like just zooming right through and shit like that. After he was knocked unconscious, right? I think because they got knocked out of the aircraft, I think by Warwick.
Yeah.
And then he kind of woke up and just started doing badass shit again, which I love,
There
by
was
the way.
there was something there. I don't remember what it was. It was like I want to say it was one of the times where he like reset time or whatever, and I was like he could have just like ended it there. Like there was something he could have done instead of what he did. I don't remember.
Oh yeah, because he kept resetting. Oh yeah. He kept
Yeah.
going back and forth. Right. I think it's when he got
Yeah.
choked, when he got grabbed. Right, the
Yeah,
first
and
time.
I was like he could like I feel like that could have played out a lot better if he would have just like after repeating so many times he would have just figured it out like not to do the thing. But anyways, um there's that. I actually didn't care for like the ending scene with Jinx and Vander or whatever he turns into.
Right.
So like
Warwick.
so like the actual like it ends, right? So like Victor gets evaporated or whatever, and like all the machines shut down.
Yeah.
And like
How does he survive?
well, it was like it's like they fight him after that happens.
Yeah.
And it's like, why is she going to die after everything? Like this is a pointless death to me.
Also, like V, like taking her time was a little bit like overly dramatic to kind of set up Warwick being alive, right? But you're like, dude, just hurry the fuck up and get out of there. No, I thought that was kind of like unnecessary. Although I honestly love the evolved version of Warwick. Like he looked amazing. That's gotta be like one of the most terrifying things when both of them are just kind of standing there, right? And they're looking at Warwick, and he's just kind of standing straight up, looking at him. And then when in an instant he's in front of you, I was like, dude, it just felt like But yeah, that moment when they get knocked down, and I was like, all right, we're gonna get like, we're gonna use our brains here and just keep moving, because Jinx is like, let's go, and she's like, but Vander, and I was like, nah, not Vander. So technically, you could say that V got Jinx killed or V got Jinx injured again, and it would make sense. It would totally make sense.
Most of this happened because of V. Regardless, I mean,
That dude.
I mean, we saw the alternate universe.
The alternate is it's that one Spider-Man meme from like what Into the Verse, like your Spider-Man died and you didn't. It's like, god damn, dude.
And another thing, so with Victor being like the savior person, right?
Yeah.
And he creates like the commune, and he's like, there's no weapons allowed, like there's no violence, right?
Right.
And then he's like blanket on Mel's mother again, her name.
And that's
yeah, so she's like, I need to create I need to create my army. And he's like, I'll do whatever. I'll just create whoever wants to, become perfect or whatever. And it's like, you were like preaching, you wanted like the like perfect evolution of human or whatever. And it's like,
that was after he died though, right? That was after his physical body got killed. So I assume like the Arcane corrupted him at that point.
Yeah, but then he made the statement, I will like perfect anyone that's willing or whatever. And it's like, I was like, that's completely the opposite of what you were like preaching the entirety up until this point. Now that might not have been him. That might have been like the
Arcane, like
the whatever.
Yeah. No, my whole thought process in that one is like the Arcane corrupted him. And then like, I think he was trying to fight off that, cause like, it was weird because like the way it corrupted Jace was more because like Victor was trying to show him like, hey, this is what's happening, right? This is what the Arcane actually does to people. This is what that glorious evolution actually does. And then you had Victor like assuming, because of all the things that he could do, taking away people's pains and removing like any other like mental barriers or physical barriers that they had, right, that caused them any pain. All that suffering was gone, right? And it's like, I think us as the viewer were like, well, clearly not, because like, dude, they're all, you can control them at any point in time. So technically they were just dead puppets, right? I mean,
oh yeah,
we assume that, right? That they were all dead to begin with. Like the moment they went into that meld or whatever, they were dead. But yeah, I think like Victor was probably under this assumption that he could just keep going. But even it was interesting because like Singed at that point actually knew that Victor's body couldn't last in that state, which I thought was really interesting because I'm like, dude, this guy's like, that's why I think why he won. Honestly, he won the Game of Thrones, dude. I don't know which character he did. He ultimately won because got his kid back. But I think at that point, Brad, the Arcane corrupted him, and then it just like I think he just gave in to that corruption because he wanted that evolution. But no, that was a good point. Also, like I was kind of I was like, so why not just, if you're Victor, fucking, at that point, who cares about what anyone says to you? Just fucking corrupt all of them. Right? Like, wouldn't you have done that? Imagine Ambessa as like a Warwick 2.0. Fuck that, dude. You're
that would
done.
be crazy.
You are done, bro. That woman is insanely powerful. Anything else? Any other?
That's really I mean, yeah, it's been probably a month since I watched it now, so I'm sure there's some details that I'm missing here, but yeah, no, they screwed over. Like I hope Echo gets his own entire, not a season, like his own show. Like I hope they spin off and they do like an 18 season 24 episode arc of how he finds happiness.
The screen time, yeah.
Dude, all anyone is going to do is demand that Echo and Jinx he finds out Jinx is alive, right, and traveling off into some place, and then Echo's like, I gotta leave Piltover, and then they have like that moment of him just chasing her, right? They do like some globe trekking in the League of Legends universe, and then they end up getting into some shenanigans where like they're the only two people that can save each other, and everyone's happy. It was like, yay! It's like, and we all throw our hands up and say hurrah. I mean. It's interesting because, a lot of people are excited about where League of Legends is going because they do have a number of different like places they've already, I think, ID'd out. I think the studio is working on 3 separate projects. I wonder if but I mean, I would assume because the scope of them is not going to be as large as Arcane, and they're more likely going to cover significant events found in the game or just characters or in places that, there's no reason why we shouldn't see Echo or Jinx show up again. Maybe.
No, not at all.
They're wildly popular.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, especially because like they made Echo's design fantastic. They gave him like some of the most hype moments. A lot of people were really upset that like his influence or his appearances in season 1 were like kind of minimal. I'm hoping they show the Yordles again so I can see Heimerdinger more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like,
you know what, they might do. There's like a whole thing with the Yordles. I'd be so down.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to. If they do, it'd be nice to. It's obviously going to be nice to see. I guess the different like cannons or that would get created. Like the Yordles don't die; they just like show up back, right? Show up. They're essentially immortal or whatever. It'll be interesting. Jack, did you have like a favorite episode?
Favorite episode.
I already said mine 7, which I think is the highest rated one too.
I was gonna say that's mine. Enjoyed that a lot.
The happiest, saddest one.
Yeah, it fucking wrecked me. But I
think I can agree with that. Looking over all the other episodes here,
you can basically like you don't even have. You can just end it at the point where they're dancing and just be like, that's
fine. Yeah, everything's fine. Finn.
Yep, end the season.
Yeah, they won.
It was all a dream. Yeah, right. Everyone's happy.
What episode was the jail scene?
8.
I fucking hate you.
Was it episode? Yeah, it was episode 8. Brad's like, I had to replay that a bunch of times. Episode 8 to me was like, kind of. So if you follow like the structure of certain shows, like the penultimate episode can be usually like the best episode of the season, like Ozymandias and Breaking Bad, right? Ozymandias is just like a tremendously fucking great episode, and then to me, it's like I think episode 8 here, or as the penultimate episode, was like kind of just a setup for 9. Honestly, like there were some significant things, like Kate and V getting back together, and then training for the upcoming fight. But it was like not as impactful, I think, as other episodes in the show. Like 7 was really impactful. Could stand on its own as probably the best episode of the season, best episode of the entire show, that type of stuff. And then I got to 8 and I was kind of like, can we get to the end? Can we get to episode 9? Because I want to see how brutal this gets. I was just kind of, my only disappointment was it just was abrupt. Like it ended.
Yeah.
Because you go through like so much good shit in this show. Like it's so well structured. It didn't make me want to play League at all. It still has not made me want to play League since the show came out.
Play TFT.
Not doing it.
This whole set is great.
The only thing I want to do is watch more Arcane and just keep replaying Ambessa scenes over and over. Kill them, Mbessa.
Play Mbessa and TFT.
Kill them, Mbessa. Yay.
Yay.
But I think, yeah, I'm just quality wise, I thought season 2 was fantastic. I think as a whole,
I was really surprised.
Yeah, it's hard to. I don't want to like. I think the nitpicking was mostly just like pacing, at the end. But beyond that, I think I've this is easily like the best video game adaptation. And it's really funny because I think Riot also believed that it was going to like completely increase the player base for League of Legends, and it has not. People are so excited for the show. They're just like, dude, we're for Arcane. You got more of that shit?
They're like, fuck League, give me Arcane.
But guys, we have League of Legends, huge esport. No, you show me Jinx teleporting.
Marvel Rivals showed up. So.
Oh, then Marvel Rivals did show up. Yeah. That's gonna get like some random like fucking tie-in or some shit. I don't know. It's somehow, dude. Like, I mean, you're talking. It's crazy because right now the League of Legends property is it's so large, right? One of the largest esports. It has a ton of spin-offs. There's a lot of JRPGs or a lot of JRPGs, dungeon crawlers. There's a fighting game coming out for it, and it has one of the most popular adaptations I think we've ever seen. And so it's like, how did none of that influence League? How did none of that elevate League? You know what I mean? Like, I just think that you look at that game and go, if I didn't pick this up and I didn't enjoy, a MOBA back then, I'm not gonna fucking enjoy it now. So you just kind of sit back and go, the show is great on its own, and they also. There are, I think, slight deviations with some of the characters too, like from what I've read and what I've heard from like some of the League of Legends fan base. And obviously, like you said, like TFT, like it influenced the way like certain things happened in other properties. So, to see it not have like, I think like with it just not have that effect, right? I remember when Fallout the TV series came out, Fallout 76. Saw like this massive increase. It was like a 200 to 300%. Me and Brad started playing it again, and then we gave up on it because they're like,
I bet if they turned Arcane into like a Genshin or Wuthering Waves style game.
Oh, dude, I'd be on that in a fucking heartbeat, bro.
Yeah.
If you had like an open world element to it,
because I think League doesn't necessarily have a story. It's literally you're just
it's just
like there's no.
It's up to the player to really
sustenance.
Well, that was what I was curious about because I kept like, I'm like, is there no like canon lore or is this just like we have characters, their profiles, their backgrounds and stuff like that, but nothing connected? I mean, if that's the case, then like you can literally do whatever you want with your property, which is essentially what they did. I guess like they had breadcrumbs and then just connected it all together.
Yeah, they have like to my knowledge, they have like a general profile of every character. Like they do have a background, but it's not one where it's very thoroughly explored in the game. Why are you shaking your head? There's character backgrounds.
Brad doesn't play LOL, dude. Brad has I think
I actually downloaded it and tried to play it, and my PC was just
we found
you're banned. You're banned. It was just like you left a match before it ended. I was like, I have never played this game before. I don't know.
I played one match of League of Legends. I got shit talked to death, and then I was like, nope.
I was gonna say we found the guy. Brad's like, I like Arcane. Let me play LOL. You're banned. Wow, I didn't even get to play the game.
I think it was something with my internet. It rejected me actually starting the game. So when I tried to restart the game, it was like you left the match early, and I was like, I didn't join a match, and it was just like you have a 10-minute wait timer, and I'm like, okay, well uninstall it because I'm just not waiting 10 minutes.
Yeah,
now reinstall. Let's play TFT.
They could literally like do whatever they want with the Arcane property, or just like right now.
Yeah.
You want to make like a fucking was it?
I think if they made open world, they would fucking
open world.
It would get my ass.
A Telltale like game, dude. You have
oh my god, stop
the options. Yeah, the options.
Yeah, they have so many options
that Riot has in front of them is insane. I wonder if they. I mean, the
adventure.
The make a oh god, dude. You just have Jay struggling.
No.
You just got a hammer. That's all you got.
That's all you need. Apparently, he's got that big ass that energy blast that goes with it. That was amazing. The hex blast. I was like, holy shit! When he shot Victor with that, I just remember me going, oh, he's dead. But like also, and this is probably like an inconsistency with maybe Brad will catch me on this. When he shot Victor through the chest, that hole he had made was a little too small. Right? Considering the back blast was like a Dragon Ball Z Kamehameha wave. And I was like, holy shit. Like, wait, is he alive right now? Like, there's no way. But they have, it's crazy how like Riot created this property out of a MOBA, massive esports following. I know it. I think that the championships has like millions of watchers and stuff like that, which, it's probably an esport I could never get into. But seeing them create this and then realize like, oh shit, we can do whatever we want. So now you create this connected universe. You can do the 6 seasons in a movie type thing, right? Where they just kind of all come together. Watch, like Brad, to your point, watch Marvel be like the guy from Marvel was like, hey, look, we want to pitch you this. Like, now you see we have all these Marvel characters here, right? Let's talk about how they got there. Let's not release comic books either. Let's release an entire TV series and let's just kind of break them down. How did the X-Men get there? Fantastic Four, all that shit. We'll have it all come together because that's technically, I mean, right? Eventually, it's got to come together to maybe this big tournament that happens in League of Legends, or they don't. I don't know.
That'd be pretty cool. Actually.
But it would be, you get like a little Mortal Kombat.
What if?
What's Liu Kang doing? Like, Liu Kang's just randomly fight. The fuck? I got transported and I have to fight for Earth. Like that's basically...
Hi, me. How did you get here?
Just everywhere he goes, he's bicycle kicking people.
Yeah. I just found it interesting that like when they first showed Arcane, I don't think outside maybe Chibi was like maybe you two, Chibi and Jack were probably the most interested. I was just like, whatever. It's
I'm so excited.
Another adaptation, probably in the sea of like bad adaptations. And then I was like, never mind, dude. Never.
So what the fuck?
I looked it up. I think it took like 5 years to make season 1 or 6 years to make season 1.
That's crazy.
And
I didn't know that.
What's great about this is that now that they've kind of locked down the animation stuff, right? Is that we could potentially see seasons come out within 2.5 years, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Which I think is great. I mean, it's good. Obviously,
it's
Riot.
Quality.
Obviously, Riot needs to pay attention to like how they, how self-publishing can be very difficult and maybe not as rewarding. But this is the type of stuff that like I think people would pay a premium for because it felt like a premium. Like it felt like we're paying to watch like a movie.
Like I know a lot of people who don't even play video games that like really like the show.
Loved Arcane.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things where it's like if it's good no matter what. It's like Fallout. I know people who've never touched the Fallout games, and they're just like, this shit was amazing, right? Same thing with Castlevania. People are like, holy shit, why is Castlevania so good? I'm like, well, I mean,
I didn't even know it was a game
for a well, that name is very confusing, right? Castlevania, like who the fuck thinks it? What does that mean? What is a castle? What's a Castlevania?
What's a Castlevania?
But yeah, no, it's just interesting because now with Riot pretty much confirming that they have multiple projects in their pipelines, I'm now really like invested in seeing like how they develop and grow from here and like how they release it too. Like, let's say you have all three, shows created quickly. Like, are you going to release them like every other year or every year? Because like you have an entire fan base like excited for what's going to happen. I think they confirmed they might be doing like films too, which is just like, holy shit. Now, to Jack's point too, if you're going to, if you want to drag more people into your fan base, like you may have to create like a gacha game like environment, like an open world. Just have, who do I get to play as? Like you play as some random schmuck who like gets to meet Jinx, right?
NPC3.
They got to be careful though. I mean, they don't want to end up like the MCU where they kind of made too much at once. I wouldn't.
I mean, if you do like phase 1 through 3, which is like a 10-year project, right?
Yeah.
I think like that would work, even though, I understand what you're saying. You don't want to inundate your viewers with like all this shit so they can like pick it apart and be like, this movie sucked. Like the Thor movies were not great until Thor Ragnarok, right? Let's be real. Thor 1 was okay. Thor 2
Ragnarok
sucked.
was the best.
Brett's in.
Thor 2 was bad,
I agree.
right? And then Thor Ragnarok came out, and then you fucked it up with Thor Love and Thunder. But yeah, you don't want to take like, and you also don't want to, have property sit for too long, right? You don't want to do a Shang-Chi where it's like we haven't seen a sequel to that film for like what 3 years now, some shit. So yeah, but like Riot is in really good position, and I think it's interesting to kind of see a game developer like transition successfully, right? And we're seeing that. We saw it with Fallout. We see it with The Last of Us. I'm curious as to what's next. Like, what's the next big property, right? Because some of the stuff that's successful right now is like Sonic the Hedgehog being successful. Like, all 3 films are good to great.
Yeah.
Right? They even have Knuckles. I mean, they fucked up Halo. You're allowed 1 miss. You're allowed a couple whips here and there. But I wonder what obscure property is Rocket League gonna get?
I fucking hope not.
I mean, they made a
That would be the
made
most cringe movie ever.
They made a Gran Turismo movie. Rocket League could be a good.
I mean, they did.
Rocket League could be a good kids show, dude. That'd be funny. It's like,
Yeah.
hit the flip reset.
That should stay animated.
That could do no 100%, right? But you'd have to but the eggs are like that's the main characters, right? You just pick a colored egg that they have in the crowd. That's what they have, Chibi. In the crowd of Rocket League, they're all eggs and stuff like that. You just pick that egg and then follow them on their journey to being like the #1 Rocket League player.
Now,
Rocket League
would the show be about people playing Rocket League, or would it be like the drivers of the Rocket League car? Like, are there actual people in the Rocket League cars?
No, they're eggs in the Rocket League cars, bro.
They're eggs.
Okay.
They have no hands. They
That's
control it with their minds.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's like the fucking the Jaegers in Pacific Rim and stuff like that. Where
yeah.
Got the neural links and shit like that.
Bro.
But it's the egg link.
The egg link.
Well, I mean, they're gonna. I think Legend of Zelda is up next. I think it's coming out soon, next year.
I don't know how well that's gonna go.
Brad,
is that a live action? Yeah, I think it's a live
it's
action.
Live action, right? That's fucking weird, man. Is Tom Holland playing Link?
Hey, I love Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. That's why everyone's choice. It's like when Chris Pratt was
my guy.
Fucking wildly popular. Like, is Chris Pratt gonna be fucking? Does he need work? But yeah, no, I think like you shows like Arcane are, one, you have to be very dedicated to, taking something that as because I'm glad you cleared that up, by the way, Chibi. Like, you're like, oh, these have general profiles, and I'm like, how the fuck did you just create this world then? Like, how do you?
Yeah, it's so short though. It's like a paragraph, because I looked it up too. I was curious. Like, I was like, oh, let me look up some of their stuff. But like for all of the characters, it's like a couple paragraphs of just like where they come from and blah blah blah.
I'm surprised they don't have books about them.
Why does Jinx?
I could be wrong. It could be more, but I just know it as like a couple.
Why does Kate wear that dumbass top hat?
Let me look it up.
Oh man,
I could see a Jack and Dexter adaptation.
Dude. Oh, when they get dark, that would be. I went back because it's on PlayStation Plus. I went back to play the original Jack and Dexter. By the way, I just want to say I forget that old PlayStation 2 games and stuff like that, their cameras are inverted. Oh. Did you know that, Brad? Yes. That bothered me when I was trying to play Sly Cooper, dude. I was like, what is happening? Why can't I control the camera? I felt like it like.
So there are League of Legends games, books by Riot.
Are there?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just went to the website, and if you go to the website, they have all of the characters, like where they're from, and then it gives just like a couple of like paragraphs like about it. But I just saw like the initial, because they have regions. Oh, I do see comics. Okay.
Yeah, on Goodreads, there's a bunch of books by Riot Games.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, so at least Riot understood how to properly invest in a property that's as hot as Arcane. Like, Arcane is absolutely on fire.
Yeah.
And somehow Netflix got its hands on it. I don't fucking know how they did it. Maybe it's because they were like, working Castlevania at the same time. So, but as long as we're continuously getting good video game adaptations, and I don't see, I think The Last of Us Season 2, I saw like one of the trailers and I was like, holy shit, that looks like one of the main characters from the game. I'm like, this might all work out. We'll see. But any Any closing thoughts on like Arcane before we jump into us talking about whatever random shit?
Make it happy, bro. Make it fucking happy.
Make it. I think they said one of the locations was supposed to be a little more happy-go-lucky. Not like
there's a couple. Is it going to be Demacia?
I think Demasia's on there. I don't know anything about any of that stuff. I know that one of the main characters is like really good friends with Jinx or something like that. Like I guess their interactions.
The dragon, the little happy dragon.
There's a dragon.
Smolder.
I don't know. Brad, you're just saying shit, bro. Stop making stuff up.
I know there's a dragon. I know there's a dragon character. I know there is.
They need a dragon. They need a dragon's dog. It's like I don't know. It's like it's like a little blonde girl.
Echo.
Oh, is it? There's Lux. She's from Demacia.
I think Lux and Jinx are like friends or something, or they know each other.
Lux is I love Lux.
I mean, of course, Jinx is gonna be missing like a body part, right? Because
she has to.
Yeah, you won't. In Arcane, we don't want them to fucking live unscathed unless you're V. V had no like serious injuries, right? Just emotional ones. Hell, shit, all of them have. All those people are emotionally crippled for life, right? Mel kills her mom. It's just sees her like what happened to her brother, all that type of stuff.
Bruh.
Brutal. Okay, so Brad, you're doing the next. I can't remember what anime you wanted, bro. I don't remember. I don't remember either. You're gonna have to fucking choose.
Oh, dude, I got plenty. I've actually been watching some of them. So.
Have you? I haven't watched anything recently except for Dan today. I finished the season.
That was a disappointment.
Never beating the allegations because of how fucking messed up that show is. Jesus. I think also we'll talk about I guess we can do like a little goal thing too. I'm literally like with 2 years of like a whole year of uploading videos, I'm doing like 2 a month now. I'm just doing gameplay stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Or for like a big game comes out, we'll do like a thing on it. But I think I'm going to do a lot of gameplay mod stuff, so we'll see how that works out. Just kind of take it easier because oh my god, I've made a lot of videos and I'm burnt the fuck out.
Yeah,
just tired.
Yeah, you made a lot.
Jack played Me Side. 2 hours of it. Yeah.
Wait, what is it?
So Me Side
is a dating horror sim. It's a horror dating sim.
Yeah. So
I want to do it.
So Me.
Oh, should I not?
Me Side is when did I gift you that? I gifted you that, didn't I, Jack, or no?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
You did.
So Me Side, yeah, it's a dating horror sim anime. I love the premise, dude. Like, I know you did 2 hours, dude. I love the fucking premise of it.
I kind of just want to do it and just go in blind.
I'll gift it to you, Chibi.
I'm scared. I don't know, man. After I don't know based on that reaction. I don't know if I would.
It's weird. It's like
it is very weird.
Yeah,
very weird.
Has overwhelmingly positive. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's just it's extremely weird. It's very slow too. I couldn't get past like how slow the story was going.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be horror.
Oh yeah.
It's probably because you were moving too slow.
Yeah,
it took about an hour before the horror actually happened.
When the horror stuff starts hitting, it's actually like really, really well done too. I really like the way like they commit to some of the character stuff. I was like, oh, okay, this is fucked up horror. This is kind of like twisted, kind of like almost Doki Doki Literature Club type shit. So really cool. Yeah, I gifted it to Jack. I'm like, I need you to play this. I mean, overwhelmingly positive. Like, it actually totally deserved it. Yeah, Steam had a bunch of cool shit. Brad, you looking up anime right now? Which ones you're gonna kind of shoot?
Sure, yeah.
I do see a Hunt Showdown live action in the works by Crytek.
That could work.
Yeah,
I mean,
they gotta be careful.
I don't think you could call it Hunt Showdown, right? You could call the show Hunt, but not Hunt Showdown. That would be kind of weird.
Well, no, it's a battle royale. It's literally just.
Oh god, where's the Fortnite movie, bro? Give me the Roblox movie. Who's got Minecraft?
I mean, they got Minecraft, which I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't look bad to me.
I will. Okay.
I don't think I've seen it.
Oh, I gotta find the fucking time when Jack was like, Borderlands looked pretty good, guys. Cue the Borderlands film. Man, that movie sucked, bro.
This is before I knew it was PG-13.
Dude, Jack Black is also in Minecraft, and more than likely, that might be a that might not be a good thing.
Hey, put some respect on my man's name.
I love Jack Black, man. I've
like you.
Well, this Minecraft at least looks like a great comedy.
I forget that Jack Black has been in like a ton of movies. He was an Enemy of the State, dude. I was like, he did drama.
He even has a Christmas movie.
He does have a Christmas
holiday.
Isn't he Satan?
Okay, so there's
there's
also
Santa?
Yeah. Okay, sorry. That I don't really consider that a Christmas movie. Okay, I guess he is Satan when a boy writes a letter to Santa but misspells it Satan and summons Satan instead of Santa.
Satan
Dear
came out
Satan.
as Tenacious D.
What I want for Christmas is...
How was everybody's holiday, New Year? Good? Besides,
I was out in time.
Besides, I told you, I was like, Chibi, you working on Christmas Eve?
Dude, stop. So fucking pissed. I did.
Sorry to hear that.
It's okay. It's what we suffered.
So Brad's you're gonna gift me side to Chibi? Chibi, I would stream that. Yeah, I think that's pretty funny.
No, I will. If I do, there's no pressure. If not, I'll eventually buy it one day. But dude, I definitely would do. That would be such a funny stream. I gotta go back in Jack's VOD and watch it.
Yeah.
I was gonna gift you another game, Jack. It's called Conscript, but I didn't like the. But it's a good looking game, but it's very old school, like top down, like PS2, PS1 style era graphics. Looks really good. It's like it's like Signalis. Like Signalis, I love that game.
Okay.
I think Signalis is on Game Pass. That one you should definitely check out. Very survival horror, old school.
I think I've seen that one before. Yeah.
Brilliant fucking story. I remember people. I've known people who've played it who like they got past like, oh, so that's it. I'm like, no, there's like another cycle to the game. There's an actual entire ending section. It's really, really good.
Did you see the one game on Steam? It was like a cabin horror game.
Oh yeah, it just came out, right?
Yeah, that was the one I wanted to try too, where it's like, I think it's like Japanese based, but it's like it's like a fucking cabin, like conveyor belt, and you have to go in and see if there's any discrepancies, and there's like jump scares and shit in it. I don't know. It looks pretty funny. Or I shouldn't say funny, but fun.
Me-side has some jump scares and stuff like that.
Hilarious.
Yeah. It's gonna be it's definitely an interesting game. Brad,
it is.
Your word for it.
So Brad, you have an anime for us to watch? You have a show?
So there's one I haven't watched yet, but a guy at work recommended it. The Promised Neverland.
Promised Neverland?
Which
Why are you want? Probably season 1. Let's be real.
Season 6, actually.
No, there's 2 seasons of the show.
Yeah, apparently the second season is ass.
Oh man, what a fucking
you want?
Yeah.
No. So season 1's really, really good.
Yeah.
Jack, it's like Tokyo Ghoul season 1, right? Fucking awesome. And then it's like, what did we just do to my boy Ted Kadeki?
Speaking of, there's so many good anime coming out.
Solo Leveling season 2 is out.
Solo Leveling.
Oh yeah,
Chainsaw Man. I think it's coming out with a movie instead of.
That's God damn it! I totally forgot that was the one we were gonna watch with Solo Leveling. Shit.
Oh shit! Let's do it. I'm down.
All right. Yeah, I said I was gonna give Solo Leveling a second chance.
Kaiju number 8's coming out with a new season.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, that's supposed to be its second cower. I know Sakamoto Days comes out this Sunday. No, Saturday. So I'm excited for that. And if the animation is bad, like everyone's saying, well, you won't see me anymore. Dead. Solo Leveling. All right.
Season 1.
Solo Leveling season 1. Because I think season 2 comes out soon.
How many episodes are in season 1?
12.
12. Okay.
Season 2 just started coming out, so there's only 1 episode so far.
Okay.
1 episode. It's a pretty good episode.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
This is a good arc.
So we'll watch season 1, and then we'll watch, I think, because we're gonna record next week, because after that I'm on a cruise and stuff like that for a little bit.
Ooh.
So we'll watch season 1 plus like a little bit of season 2, right? And then hopefully it changes my mind about the show. I'm trying not to disappoint Chibi too much, because she was like, "You didn't. What do you mean?"
it. Wait,
No.
there's a good manga I want you to read if you haven't already.
What is it?
I can't say it on stream.
Why?
It has the forbidden YouTube word.
She trying to set me up? Hentai?
No, it's the unalive word.
Oh.
It's called SSS class unalive something.
Oh.
It's really good.
I watched the anime. Right?
There's an anime?
I think there's a Crunchyroll anime. Hold on, maybe I'm wrong.
There's SSSS.Daizenon.
No.
SSSS Great Man.
Hold on, let me look it up. It's on my app.
Class. Okay, so what is it? Is it like a manhwa?
It's like a manhwa class.
Oh, okay.
Unalive hunter.
We are not popular enough for that at all.
Okay, well, anyway, it's really good.
We just lost all the money off of this episode. Thanks, appreciate it.
It's one of those that it's
the 50 cents.
Like,
wait,
it's like Solo Leveling. It's one of those, Ken. But I really like this one.
The art looks really cool if I'm looking at the right one, but the word starts with an R. Here's
what I'm gonna tell you, Jack, which is like you'll notice that most manhwas, like their art style is very similar to one another. And I honestly think it's because of Solo Leveling. It might have been prior to that. Chibi can correct me, but like I feel like Solo Leveling like set a standard for manhwa art, and then like a lot of people just copied it. Here's all I'll say, Jack. I don't know if you watched it yet, but Solo Leveling. But Suicide's okay. No, Solo Leveling.
Oh my god, our 50 Cent.
Oh! Solo Leveling is the animation's really, really good, right? I think if I didn't know anything about it, like I might have had like a better, I might have liked it more. But, for me, it was like, it was okay. The first episode's fantastic. And then it just kind of like tapered off a bit for me. But Chibi keeps telling me that it's going to get better. So I'm going to go ahead and just give it a shot.
The first episode is like 110%.
Oh, dude.
And then it drops to like a 25 and then slowly builds back up to the end of the season. It literally
felt like there's a couple 2000 anime, like 2000s anime, where it was like they went so fucking hard in the first episode and then just like tried to ease you back in. It's kind of like Ninja Kamui, right? Which was my most disappointing anime of 2024 because the first episode was phenomenal, like absolutely tremendous. And then it went like this. Now we went from a ninja anime to mechs. And I'm like, why? No. What the fuck are you doing? It was so bad. Like, I think the first episode's highly rated and then just went like, what are we doing here? So, all right, Solo Leveling. And then...
Is that SSS class similar to the Revival Hunter?
Yeah, might be. I think they changed the Unalive to Revival Hunter.
We could straight up say Suicide, guys. Like,
okay, fine.
Suicide Squad is like a fucking thing. By the way, out on PlayStation Plus if you want to experience what me and Brad experienced and have people tell you, "Oh my god, the game was so good." Like, why was like shut the fuck up. Like, Suicide Squad was not good. Sorry.
It should be the same one, Class Revival Hunter. I think they changed the name a little bit for the manhwa. It's really good. Give it a couple chapters.
It looks really cool.
My God, it's really good. I like it.
I'm gonna trust Chibi, and then after I read it today, I'm gonna be like, "What's
that not on Crunchyroll?"
No, I'm not. No, it's you have to read it. It's not an anime yet.
Jack's already done. He's like, they don't have an audio book of this.
Maybe that would be the first manga I buy. Or is it on?
You can just. I read it for free online.
Oh, you gotta tell me where you get yours.
Jack's coin.
Oh, did you get your hat? I've been meaning to ask. You got your hat too, right?
The London hat.
Yes. Yeah. That's not it.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no, this is the Broncos hat, dude. We made the playoffs.
Just rub it in.
Go. Look, we have his coin.
Chibi, did you not get one?
I got the coin. I was like, where? Yeah. No.
I'm glad.
I was about to feel like an asshole.
I have mine in my space over there.
Before we end the episode, I'm going to be an asshole and say, I'm so glad Jack gave me his challenge coin. I don't know what I'm challenging here, but thank you, Jack, for giving me your challenge coin. Thank you, Master Chief Jack.
Hey, most everybody that's gotten it have been like huge supporters of my stream.
I love this coin, dude. I told you that. I like this coin, but like I literally have like I want to say 8 others from like when I was in the Navy, like my command coins and stuff like that. I actually have a couple challenge coins and stuff like that. And
I got one.
You got one? I did. All I ever thought about was like, I have a new. But even Chris said it. He's like, you have a new command. You have a new challenge coin. I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude.
I didn't even know what a challenge coin was. I was like, what?
Yeah. So basically, like, it like so you have there's the command coin, right? And we literally we shouldn't be spending like funds on shit like this, but we do it anyway. Some of the higher ups, like Master Chiefs, Senior Chiefs, like gunnery sergeants, Master Guns, whatever. Some of the senior NCOs and like some of the officers, they'll like actually have coins depending like based like if they're in charge of stuff, right? In leadership, and they hand these coins out to you, right? If like you're, they ask you a certain question about the organization, or if you're like a stellar Marine, sailor, soldier, whatever, and they'll just give you the coin. I'm like, I would rather have a fucking award, you know what I mean? But
they're cool collectibles though.
They are.
Give me a ribbon.
No, yours is really.
Yeah, I've gotten 2 from my work.
Where's my meritorious achievement medal?
But here, look at this one.
Yo.
Gross.
Oh,
Yeah,
good lord!
That one's pretty. That thing's thick.
6 inches thick.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. Someone made that, dude.
That's fucking dope.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
And they're
it's there.
Yeah, and they're just handing it out to people. You guys want command coin? You stand the fuck by, all right? You stand at attention when you answer these questions. Thank you, Master Chief. All right, Solo Living's up next. Pixelated Thoughts. We're probably gonna be fucking. I don't know. We'll talk about it because I'm gonna be out for like a week. But yeah. Anyone got anything else to say?
I might change my anime after.
Okay. Well, I mean, Brad, I'm glad you talked. Now you can end the show. The first show of 2025. Go ahead.
Well, it's over now, so it doesn't matter.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.